Hi everyone, welcome back to Cabin Crafts and Simple Living, and today I'm going to show you how I made this miniature checkerboard for my dollhouse. This is 1/12 scale, which means that 1 foot equals 1 inch. So a lot of my big game boards are 18 inches square if it's a big checkerboard. So this is 1.5 inches square. So I painted this little tiny checkerboard, aged it. I've made little tiny checkers, and I'll show you in a minute. I'll finish putting the rest of the little checkers on, but this is actually pretty tiny. Um, and I'll show you how I made the little checkers too, and framed it just like one of my big boards. So this is going to go in the log cabin dollhouse. I've still got a little wet glue there under those red ones, as you can see. But I wanted to show you how I started out. So like I said, this is only 1.5 inches square. And you need 64 squares on a checkerboard, so it's 8 by 8. And so basically, my ruler is very long. We'll just put it here on the 10. You can see it goes from 10 to 12.5. And so I put a half mark here, and that would be 3/4 of an inch. And then a half mark, I cut it in half again. Basically, it comes out to 3/16 of an inch for every square. So every 3/16, 1, 2, 3, make a line. 1, 2, 3, make a line. 1, 2, 3, make a line, and then you draw all of your lines. I wanted this. I didn't use any masking tape or anything for this. I wanted this to look hand painted. So I've got a little tiny bristle brush, and I'm just going to finish painting these squares. A lot of times it's easier to just do all the vertical lines first, or horizontal lines, and then do all the vertical lines. And then fill it in. And I didn't leave the whole thing to paint to show you all, because watching paint dry is pretty boring, but I saved this last row. And if you can see this really up close, my squares are not perfect, which will make it look even more hand done. And that was how I painted the checkerboard part. Now I'm going to show you the kind of wood that I used. Let's get my brush rinsed out here. The kind of wood I got this big bag. I've showed you all this before. They had a bag of these different thin pieces of, it's either basswood or balsa wood, I'm not sure. But I've mixed in there. You can also buy a bag of these real thin sticks. That comes in another bag. I've got craft sticks or tongue depressors in there. And I just put it all together in this one big bag. And that's what I used to cut out my checkerboard. So it's 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches out of that really thin board. Then out of those sticks, I measured my sides for the frame. And I cut those, and as you can see, I went ahead and, roughed them up. So this is the frame. And I'll glue that on in a minute, but that's the frame. And I went ahead and roughed it up. Now my little checkers, those are polymer clay. So I've got red and black polymer clay, and you have to knead it for a little while to get it pliable. And what I did for my checker pieces, as I've got one of these big circle gauge things. You can get this at any art store or hobby store. And I picked this third one here. This is 3/32, this little third one here. And what I did and you'll need a craft knife, was I just kind of forced some up there, and if I turn this sideways, hopefully you can see there's some came through there, but I'm going to cut that off with my X-Acto knife. I'm just going to scrape across there, and there's my little checker piece, and then you'll have to take it and just kind of flatten it back out. And then I baked a bunch of these in the oven according to the instructions at 175. So if you have, or I think it was 250. If you have one of these circle graphs, like I said, you can even get them at an office supply store, and you can make a whole bunch of uniform little, got marker on my thumb. So I made a bunch of these. I made some extra ones. Enough for that game board and this game board. And I'm going to finish putting on my little checkers here. And I'm using a toothpick for the glue. And I've just got some white tacky glue here, because when I put these in the dollhouse, I don't want them slide. I don't want to lose any of them, you know. So I'm just going to put a little dot of glue. Easier said than done. Why isn't it working here? A little dot of glue all the way across this last row. And then you'll need some tweezers, obviously, because this is very fiddly. And I'm just going to put my last 4 checkers on there. And as you can see, I made enough for both the demonstration board and that one. So there it is, all teeny weeny little checkers glued on my checkerboard. This is the back. I'll sign it like I do all of my work when it dries. So this is the difference between this one and this one. So on this one, and I think that paint should be dry now, I've just got a piece of very fine sandpaper, and I'm going to lightly sand the whole thing. And you want to be careful, because you won't want to take too much off your edges, or you'll lose your squares, because it is so tiny. And then your game boards usually have more wear across the middle where you're scooting your pieces. So you're just going to lightly sand across where you would, and you want to go in the direction of the grain. I don't know if you can tell the grain is going this way, but you want to go in the direction of the grain. Okay, so now we have an aged board. So now I'm going to take my favorite medium that I always show you guys that I use, and that's just the Americana gel stains. And we're going to just paint a little bit of that on, and with a paper towel we're just going to wipe it back off. So let me get a paintbrush here. And we're just going to paint that on. And then wipe it back off. There we go. We have an aged game board, like that one. Okay, so we went from bright white to the old look. Want it to look like it's 200 years old. So now we're going to glue on, so you can see my sides. I've got 2 short sides and then 2 long sides. So the 2 short sides will go on first, obviously. And again, we're going to use our toothpick and dip it in some glue. And then, like I said, this is just white tacky glue. And we will glue our first side. I'll just use my, make sure it's all even. Okay, and now we're going to glue my other short side. And you can touch this right away, because once you wipe it off, it's going to dry really fast. Okay, now we'll put our other short side on. Okay, now we can do the long sides. And the long sides, I had to paint the end. I didn't have to paint the ends on these little short sides because they're going to be covered. You want to make sure you hit that side a little bit. I'm actually very pleased with the way these turned out. When I first started doing this, I was like, oh, I don't know, this might be too teeny-weeny to try to get anything to look decent, but it actually turned out. And I'm very happy with the way it turned out. So there's the other side. Carefully flip that around. I need to get a hold of it. And then we're going to put glue you want to get some on these little ends here. And this will dry clear, of course. Don't want to get it up on my board. Okay. So now we put the fourth side on. And now we have a finished game board. Now on this one, I did rub a little bit of that gel stain on the frame after everything was all done. But I'm going to go ahead and put the little pieces on for y'all. And then we'll glue their pieces on. I hope you'll make one of these, or try to. You'll need an X-Acto knife too to cut your little sticks of wood. But I'm just going to go in and put on, if I can get it. It's not wanting to grab it right. I'll go to this guy. This was very inexpensive to make, obviously. All of these supplies are very reasonable. And now we'll make the red ones. Like I said, you got to have 64 squares for a real checkerboard. We want this to be as authentic as we can. I thought about moving the pieces around to look like it was being played on, but then I thought it might look just like randomness, so I didn't do it. But you can put your pieces wherever you want. As Bob Ross used to say, it's your happy little world. So you can make it however you want. So if you want it to look like you're actually playing a game on it, you can do that. What would we do in this world without tweezers? I wonder when tweezers were invented. There we go. Two little checkerboards. And I'll put a little bit of that stain on this frame whenever everything dries, but I thought they turned out so cute. And I think I'm going to sign this one just because. Oh, I don't want to write on here. Maybe I won't sign it today. I've got a bunch of these. I'm going to get one. There we go. A Sassafras Creek Originals original. And that one moved a little bit. There we are. 1/12 scale Dollhouse checkerboard. I hope you all enjoyed this video and you'll try to make one. If you do, let me know. And again, as I always say, please like and subscribe and comment or heart or something. It helps me in the algorithm. And so I do appreciate all of your support. So thanks for watching and God bless y'all. Bye.